Hey there, history buffs. Welcome back to another deep dive into the past, present, and possible future. Today we're tackling a daunting question. Is World War III possible? And if so, what could trigger it? Let's get into it. First, a quick history lesson. We all know about the horrific impacts of World Wars I and II. The sheer scale of destruction, loss of lives, and the global political shifts changed our world forever. But could another global conflict of this magnitude actually occur in our modern era? Let's talk about the main factors that could potentially lead to World War III. One significant factor is geopolitical tensions. Countries with conflicting interests often find themselves at odds, and sometimes these disagreements escalate. Take the growing tension between major powers like the United States, China, and Russia, for instance. These nations are frequently at loggerheads over issues like trade, military presence, and technological superiority. Another potential trigger is the proliferation of nuclear weapons. With more countries developing or acquiring nuclear capabilities, the risk of a miscalculation or an intentional strike increases. The doctrine of mutually assured destruction, or MAD, has kept nuclear powers in check so far, but it's a fragile balance. Next, let's consider economic instability. Economic crises can lead to widespread unrest and constrain international relations. When countries face severe economic downturns, they may turn to aggressive foreign policies as a distraction or a means of survival. Think back to the Great Depression of the 1930s, which played a role in the lead-up to World War II. Cyber warfare is another modern threat that could spark a global conflict. With nations constantly hacking into each other's systems, stealing sensitive information and potentially crippling critical infrastructure, the digital battleground is as perilous as the physical one. A significant cyber attack could easily escalate into a full-blown war. Lastly, we can't ignore regional conflicts and proxy wars. Smaller skirmishes and wars in regions like the Middle East, Eastern Europe, and Asia can draw in larger powers, leading to a wider conflict. These localized wars often act as flashpoints, with major nations backing different sides, increasing the risk of a larger, more destructive war. But is World War III inevitable? Not necessarily. Diplomatic efforts, international organizations like the United Nations, and treaties aimed at arms control and conflict resolution play crucial roles in maintaining global peace. The key is vigilance, diplomacy, and cooperation among nations to prevent tensions from reaching a boiling point. So, while the possibility of World War III exists, it's not a foregone conclusion. It's up to global leaders, and indeed all of us, to work towards a future where such a catastrophic event remains confined to history books. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into the world's most pressing issues. Stay curious, stay informed. Until next time.